Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for another edition of Lights Out. It's the show that brings you the best, the podcast that's trying to be better than the rest. And of course, missing a man, hopefully just taking a rest. We don't know where Light is,
Bars.
okay? I'm nice with it. I'm fiery in these streets, okay? Now look, we currently do not know the location of Light. I'm not gonna lie to you. We talked to this guy. I think all you guys who watched my watch party this past Sunday, we called him. He said he was down to be on. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward a day or two. I don't know. MIA. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But Cosmos is here. EE is here. And Cosmos, if you were going to bet, okay, on Light not making it to this episode, which platform, which application would you consider using when it comes to making bets to keep your cash secured?
I mean, if I were going...
Don't look at that. Go ahead.
If I were going to bet on Light, I would bet with Light, and I'd be like, yo, Light, you better cash at me because you lost this bet.
That's right. And speaking of Cash App, let me talk to you about our friends over at Cash App. All right. Do you love how fast it was to sign up and get started, Cosmos?
What happened?
Did you like it?
I loved it. I loved how fast it was. It was so simple. With a few clicks, I got my account super quick.
Exactly, because you're making money moves and it should be easy. That's why there's Cash App. It's fast, safe, and honestly, it's just way more personalized than those other apps out there. No extra hoops to jump through, no extra stress. All the tools are right there to help you cash on in. Plus, sending money on Cash App actually feels safe. They look out for you. If something feels sketchy, they put a stop to a potential scammer and get his ass up out of here.
Damn.
If for whatever reason, insane reason even, you don't already have Cash App, which would be crazy, just make sure you download it on your phone from the app store of your choice. Sign up and enter the code LIGHTSOUT in your profile. After that, make sure you send $5 to a friend, and guess what? Cash App, they're going to send you $10 just for getting started.
$10?
That's it, $10, baby. For a limited time only, new Cash App users can use our exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real, I'm not playing with you. There's no catch. Just download Cash App and sign up. Use our exclusive referral code LIGHTSOUT in your profile. Send $5 to a friend within 14 days and get your ass $10 back just for doing that. Now, terms do apply, but that's money, baby. That's money, and that's Cash App.
And I'm going to tell you, I hope Light doesn't have a Cash App and he can sign up and get that $10 because that's going to go straight to my account because he's lost this bet.
There you go. He did it to himself, chat. We tried to look out, but it was not to be. But he might not be here. The bets may be set, but we are ready to hold it down. Cash Money, talk to Big Phil. How have you been?
I've been... Hey, is that music?
There, mariachi band going on outside, man?
There might be, but I don't know. Yeah, I've been actually really good. Actually, I've been seriously back on the content grind. I've been doing a lot of YouTube videos. Been streaming a lot more. I started multi-streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, the trifecta, going real hard with that. I also been making YouTube videos. My last video got over 100,000 views and has been doing very well. So I've been killing it. Finally back on the grind. What I will say is that I really haven't been playing Smash, but typically when I'm not playing Smash is when I'm at my peak. Like whenever I don't play for a while and then I go to a tournament, especially when I'm like focused on other stuff and I'm like, you know what, I'll just show up at this tournament. Why not? I'm like stress-free. I don't care how I do. So I have no nerves or anything. So I'm probably going to do pretty well this weekend because I don't give a fuck if I get 65th. I'm actually really excited for Comicpalooza this weekend. So I feel like I'm in a very good spot mentally with everything. I feel like everything's just going pretty well. I'm going to have a video uploaded. Well, this is probably going to be uploaded. This podcast is probably going to be uploaded tomorrow. So by the time this podcast is up, I'll have a new video that was uploaded yesterday. Definitely check that out. And hopefully you guys, subscribe to my YouTube. And yeah, I saw that you were streaming the tournament the other day and you got a lot of viewers on YouTube. So how's everything been going for you?
Things are going well. I have to say, I think I had like a little bit of a boost because both Larry and Hungrybox weren't live for CEO. So I think that helped, but it's good because now that audience sees Big Phil is that entertainment guru they've been looking for. So
that's all that matters.
I think we'll keep that streak coming up. We got a lot of tournaments actually coming up in the next couple of weeks, which I'm looking forward to. You talked about Comicpalooza. Now, before we get to Comicpalooza, I do want to recap some of the events that did take place this previous weekend. I know, guys, been a couple of slow weeks for Smash, but there was a tournament worth talking about. CEO took place. Congratulations to Onin. They took it down. First place, absolutely dog walked Apollo Kage in grand final. There was a 6-0 shellacking, which is crazy. Apollo Kage gets second. Cola gets third, unable to defend the title from last year, but shouts to Cola. He did beat Lima, so that is worth noting. He did beat Lima finally. And then Ploopy, a Kansas out of nowhere Game & Watch, just putting in some work. Fourth place, good on him. Hyper Kirby and Lima got fifth. And then Toon, the Chilean Steve sensation, taking it seventh, followed by Kuro, Richter sensation. This has some interesting results because I want to talk about the two ninth places real quick. Beast Mode Paul and Omega. 3 weeks ago, these were the grand finalists in Momocon. Crazy that they both got kept out of top 8. It was a tough tournament. A little tougher than people might acknowledge as a B+. What do you think, Cosmos?
I was actually very surprised at what happened to Omega because I feel like he's been kind of doing pretty well recently. And he lost to what character was it?
He lost to Richter and Losers.
Richter, yeah. He lost to Richter, and I was like, damn, that's also a pretty good matchup. Like for Joker, any matchup that, first of all, whenever you have Arsene, you can reflect projectiles, and second of all, Richter is one of the characters that struggles to get back to the stage whenever you just send them far out. Like you just throw them off stage, and it's pretty hard to get back. It was pretty crazy to see that Omega was kind of struggling in that matchup. That was like one of the only sets that I really watched from the tournament. I watched that match.
It was a good set.
And I watched a little bit of Cola Lima, and then I watched a little bit of Cola Apollo Kage. I watched like game 5, which was crazy because that was like a last hit game 5, and Cola looked like he was about to secure that match. And then like it looked like Cola hit him, but it was really Snake's backer that hit him. And I was very surprised that it was Cola that got sent out. I was like, damn, it really looked like Cola would. I feel like if Cola won that set, he would have won the tournament because I feel like he would have had the momentum of winners finals or winners side grands. And I feel like Cola on momentum is one of the scariest players, but that pretty much killed his momentum. Outside of that, I was not surprised.
Bring it home.
I was not surprised that Onin ended up winning after he got to Grands because as Steve builds up steam, it's really hard to stop, especially a player like Onin who like is honestly pretty momentum based too. Whenever he gets rolling, it's really hard to stop him, and it's really hard to stop Steve, period. So it's kind of frustrating because I feel like Steve's been winning a lot of tournaments. Steve's been winning a lot of tournaments. Steve won both tournaments in Japan. I'm pretty sure some other tournament. And then also, seeming like Steve wasn't going to win this tournament, Onin bringing it back all the way from losers, getting to winner side of Grands, and then just 6-0ing Apollo Kage, where it's like not even close. Like
it was a straight ass whooping.
It was not even close. So I see people going back again on Twitter talking about the Steve man. I saw Jazzo's tweet. I don't know what the fuck that motherfucker was talking about.
Jazzo was crashing out, bro.
Yeah, he was saying some hot garbage. That shit was stupid.
You said hot garbage.
Yeah, he was saying some hot garbage. But yeah, the Steve crash out, the Steve ban talk is happening again. And honestly, it's just going to be that thing where we're going through a cycle where it's like, oh, Steve should be banned. Steve is winning every tournament. And then people are like, well, look at the people that are winning the tournaments. It's the same Steves every time. So it's not every Steve. There's not that many Steves. And then at some point, other people win tournaments a few times. And it's like, oh, you know what? Steve's not that good. And then Cola comes back. Onin comes back. They win again. Another Steve comes back out of nowhere and wins again. And they're like, yo, ban Steve. And it's just this vicious cycle that we're going to have constantly because we're not gonna ban Steve.
Damn, that's real shit. Were you not impressed with the 6? I mean, it was last hit in winners finals, which I thought was crazy. The Apollo Kage clutched it out, sat there, waited for the fist pump. But like Onin, I mean, to be honest, he just adapted and beat the dog shit out of him.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty well recently. Honestly, I feel like I think he's going to Comicpalooza too, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll be pretty cool to see if he does well there, because I feel like he's been consistent recently.
Okay.
So if he can be consistent there too.
Yes, if they can be consistent, I agree.
No, if they can be consistent there too, that would be like, it would really show the consistency of not just Onin, but I feel like it also shows how crazy Steve is in the current meta currently.
He is nuts. Steve, he is a crazy character. I never thought when he got announced that it would lead to Smash 4 version of Bayo Turmoil, but here we are. It's quite quite impressive, actually.
There yet? I don't think it's there yet. Just because specifically, first of all, there's Onin, like the
You don't think it's there yet? Did you see that Jazzo tweet? I'm gonna put it on screen right now. I don't care anymore. I'll turn the blind eye. If Steve was taken out back, shot deader than the Wayne family got shot and left unburied, for the beast and insects to eat the corpse, then piss on it. Ban Steve.
I'm more surprised that you liked it.
Huh? Oh, for the purposes, of course, of showing it on the podcast, of course. Had to keep track of it.
Bayonetta, listen, back then, there was Lima, there was Captain Zack, there was Mistake, there was Salem, there was Pink Fresh, there was another one, there was 9B, there was mad Bayonetta players played, there was Leo had a pocket Bayo, Tweak had a pocket Bayo, there was like all these Bayonettas that were top players, Bayonettas. These day and age, we only really have Onin, we have Aquila, we have Caramelo from Japan, we have Syrup, and that's like the main one. We do have Mia having a pocket,
but there's a bunch of good, like Steve's just random. Like there's a bunch of randomly like, Steves that do.
But
stuff.
It's like the thing is when you watched Smash 4, it kind of felt like you would see Bayonetta all the time. You're not really seeing Steve all the time, and it's also because there's just so many other characters in the game. There's so many more people that play the game. Back then, the game wasn't as big as Smash 4, and there weren't as many characters. But so there was a lot more Bayonettas back then compared to the other characters, because there just wasn't the ratio was better.
I think you're just not watching enough. Like chat put a 3-3 parent box, Reiki, Manny, Susu. Like there's way more Steve's Yama action than you're talking about. I watch a lot of Smash, so maybe that's why I just see it more often. But to me, there's way more. But
how many of those Steves are like often getting top 4 in their tournaments?
I mean, top 8, I think quite frequently.
You would always see a Bayonetta in like top 3.
Okay, Bayonetta was like, Bayonetta. Okay, Bayonetta dominated more than Steve did. I will say that, like results wise, I feel like Bayo was more consistently up there.
I feel like it's getting to that point. But I just don't think it's there yet.
It's probably not quite there, but yeah. I think people just also found Bayo fun to play. I don't think people necessarily find Steve fun to play. I just think they find Steve as like a win now solution for some people. But nonetheless, CEO was a cool tournament. Congratulations to Onin. Getting one of those cool CEO belts is obviously a W, so shouts to them. And that's CEO. So I don't know what else to say. I mean, I don't know. I had some doomers in my chat. They were like, "This is the end of Smash, man. This is the end. It's only going to keep going downhill." And then I tune in to Twitter every now and then. I see Jazzo crashing out. I see Pharaoh from New York, the Yoshi player, and Epic Gabriel, the Rob player from Florida, fighting each other or debating. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then you see Void just talking about Mario Kart.
Void talking about Mario Kart. You know what I'm saying? It's just look, we have a good year of Smash coming up. There's still some cool events, like still Gommel. You know what I'm saying? There's still Supernova.
Hurt's return.
Hurt's coming back. Like
if Light was here, he would have been like, you know what? It might not be that bad, because Hurt is one of the players that basically cleanses the bracket of the Steve players.
He is a cleanser. I agree.
That's pretty much what he would say.
We need more people that are cleansers, man. Like Spargo's a cleanser, Hurt's a cleanser. Who else can you think who just routinely beats Steves?
I mean, Light used to be a cleanser.
Yeah. Oddly enough, I mean, Zamba can when Zamba's on point. oddly enough, Akola doesn't do the Steve ditto. It just beats Steve's with Aegis, which I love watching. So that's kind of cool. But Akola is not as active as he once was. You know?
Yeah, I actually don't really know who else does pretty well against Steve. I feel like Cola usually does generally well against Steve.
Sonics used to. He kind of fell off in the match.
Sonics did used to do well against Steve. But yeah, Sonics just hasn't been doing that. Like, at least his peak, his consistency as recently. And I'm not really sure why. I feel like he's also kind of just in a state where he's in a limbo of Smash is kind of dull, but he still has to do Smash because, he's sponsored and everything, and he's kind of waiting for the next game. And I know a lot of top players are kind of in that zone where they don't hate Ultimate and they don't mind playing the game, but it's hard to get that motivation and dedication to keep practicing because not only just understanding that there's a lot of Steves right now and the meta is kind of really annoying, the Switch 2 coming out, I'm 100% sure, made people believe that at some point the next Smash will come out. So it made people feel...
Yeah. Right? No, I was going to say, they made people believe that this Ultimate was going to run smoother. Bunch of gyms. Like, yeah, the online will be better with Switch 2. It's the same
I don't know why
thing, you idiots. This guy. Boyd, are you going to...
Oh, you said idiots? So you point at me?
No, I said this guy after I said these idiots. So obviously these and this is different. Are you going to coach me in my Mario Kart tournament later?
What's your Mario Kart tournament?
I don't know. It's the tournament versus creators.
What, today?
Yeah.
Damn. No wonder I didn't get invited.
Yeah, but Bear's in it.
What the fuck?
Puppet one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I just had to get invited. But,
coach me, Jim.
I can. I don't think I can help you much.
What does that mean?
Do you know the maps?
Boy, do you think Mario Kart is a competitive game?
If you can't do shortcuts, I can't help you.
All right. We'll figure it out.
Ask him.
Wait, Cosmos asked, do you think Mario Kart World is a competitive game?
Yeah. A lot of people think it's pretty BS and you just get randomed. I think at least, I don't know, I'm at the same elo as a lot of the pros, apparently. And I think there's a lot of consistency. I think everybody just sucks.
Sounds like Smash Ultimate at the start.
It does. That's a good point.
Then I was trying to see how many knockouts or games I could win yesterday. Online, I got 113th, 1/5, 5 wins, 2 seconds, and 3/3.
Damn, that's consistent.
And Knockout Tour is supposed to be more random mode.
It is. So there is consistency. So chat, that means there is hope for all of you. Honestly, maybe that's what we should do. Retire all Ultimate and just make Mario Kart World the star. Do you have a Switch too?
No, I don't.
You know, one of the things I wanted to do on this podcast, I wanted to finally get Light to commit to play some Mario Kart with me and Spargo. But he couldn't even commit to the fucking show!
No wonder why he's not here. He's dodging black people.
Listen, I get it. I get it. No, I don't get it, actually. What the heck, you little light-skinned dummy? Pissing me off. Whatever, it's fine. We're having a good show either way. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Let's talk about things that are coming up, okay? Because obviously, I think it's important to note, big tournament coming up this weekend. I know people were kind of doomer on CEO. See, and you know what? Before we even move to the next thing, what the hell happened to CEO, do you think, for Smash? Because this tournament used to be like 3 years ago, I think it was like, that was probably carried maybe by the Panda Cup, but it used to be a premier event. Now people just don't want to go to it. Do you think it's because you're, mind of a top player, do you think it's because CEO just kind of like didn't respect Smash enough? Because I remember that one year, I think we had the most entrants or second most entrants, didn't get the ring. Ridiculous. Do you think it's an issue of respect or an issue of people just don't want to go to Florida? I like Florida, but what do you think? And well, it wasn't Daytona.
I don't like going to Florida. That's the main reason why I don't go. But I feel like it's a compilation of multiple things. I think one, even when the Panda Cup was a thing, it wasn't even that big. Like there were still players going, but it wasn't like huge. Like I think it was a major, but not like a super major.
Yeah.
So it was still like a generally big tournament, but it wasn't as big as it was like at the beginning of Ultimate or in Smash 4. It was much bigger during those times. So I think losing Panda Cup kind of just made people feel like the prestige of CEO for Smash specifically kind of went away, because that was kind of bringing the prestige back up, and then that kind of just vanished. Outside of that, I feel like even, especially whenever we lost Evo, whenever Smash Ultimate lost Evo, it kind of felt like Smash tournaments at fighting game tournaments kind of just didn't really click. So people just kind of felt like we're just not gonna go to CEO either.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of the two main things. Even though it kind of felt like what should have happened was, since we don't have Evo, more people go to CEO, because that can be like the more prestige tournament. But outside of that, I just feel like
whatever.
This Jim's typing in chat.
Who, me? I'm right here.
No, Light.
He's typing in chat?
In Discord.
I slept past my alarm. Should I still come? Join, you fucking mother... yes, join, please. Okay, give me 5.
Oh my god. Oh my god. But
why would you not just be ready in the... This guy's hilarious, bro.
Bro, I wasn't expecting us to say yes.
Yeah, he was like, oh shit, they want me to come.
It's like that Mr. Krabs meme. Oh shit. But yeah, about CEO, it's just a vibe thing of Evo being like Smash at Evo being gone, so Smash not really being like so fighting game centric, and then also Panda Cup being gone. I'm not sure if CEO was actually Panda Club and Smash World Tour, so that might have hurt too. But yeah, just that, and then also it being in Florida, it's just kind of hard. Also, in the beginning, like there wasn't that big of a good reputation for CEO with Smash players, because it was also like at some point it was best of 3 for a really long time, when other tournaments had best of 5 started at top 64, top 32. It kind of felt like best of 5 started at top 16 or top 32. Because I remember like the very first CEO for Ultimate, there was like a really high rated set or a high ranked set. It was Nairo versus Proto Banham or something, and that set was like best of 3, and it was really close, but it was best of 3. It should have been best of 5. So yeah, it just doesn't really have a good connotation for Smash players, and I'm not sure if there's gonna really be a resurgence. If there will be a resurgence, it will definitely be whenever the next Smash game comes out. But in this Smash game, with everything that happened this year, Steve winning, I'm pretty sure people are like, yo, this tournament is cooked for Smash.
Okay, well, there you have it. Cooked for Smash, but perhaps next year it could bounce back. You never know. I mean, I don't know. I like I said, I think CEO is a wonderfully produced event. I just think the Smash is just kind of giving up on it. So it is what it is. I mean, you look ahead, there's Smash-centric things coming up. We're going to talk about Comicpalooza when Light gets here. You got Patchwork, I think, coming up too, which has gained some notoriety. And of course, Gommel is going to be a really, really big event too. So there's a lot of things to look forward to on the Smash side of things. Yeah, I don't want to dive into Comicpalooza since both of you guys are going to be there. So I'd rather have you guys talk about it. But, Cosmos, sometimes it's very interesting the amount of stress that I can be under while running this podcast. Sometimes I just need someone to talk to as well. Help. Yeah, I mean,
especially with Light not showing up sometimes, I've been real stressed. I've been thinking about getting therapy.
Thinking about it? Well, I don't want you to think about it, my man. I want you to do it. Because guess what? We got another sponsor today. It's our friends at BetterHelp, and they're here to help you, you bunch of depressed, sad gyms. Men today face immense pressure. All right? They got to provide. They got to perform. It's hard to keep it all together. It's no wonder 6 million men in the U.S. suffer from depression every year, and it's often undiagnosed. But it's okay to struggle, guys. Real strength comes from opening up to what you're carrying and doing something about it so you can be the best self and everyone in your life can appreciate it, okay? You understand what I'm saying? If you're a man and you're feeling the weight of the world, it's time to talk to someone, a friend, a loved one, but I suggest a therapist. And with BetterHelp, you get over 35,000 therapists from the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. And the best part, it works with an app rating of 4.9 out of 5 based on 1.7 million client reviews. And you got to know at least half of them aren't depressed anymore. It's amazing. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. So talk about it, talk about it with BetterHelp. Our listeners, you get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/lightsout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/lightsout. We'll keep the lights on for you.
I just went to therapy, and guess what happened?
Oh my God, look what happened. You see, you get rewarded for your therapeutic ways. And just like that, our friend has crawled his way out of his little hole and joined us. Light, good to see you, buddy.
I wasn't in a hole. I was at therapy.
And did it work?
Yeah, I'm here, right?
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the proof is in the pudding. Clap it up. Love it. Love it. You can't script it any better than that.
Therapy to show up. That's insane.
My therapy was in the form of a casino. I have a problem.
I'm not. Have you been gambling?
I was gambling last night.
Damn.
Well, that's perfect. I hope you're getting paid out in Cash App. Use our code Lights Out.
That's right. That was our sponsor earlier.
Sir.
Well, Light, hello. Congratulations on your success.
How long has the episode been going on for?
You're coming in at the 26-minute mark, so actually pretty good timing.
I slept past my alarm. My bad.
That happens all the time. It's not a big deal.
I have a quick question. What's that tiny door in your room? It looks like a doghouse built into your room.
You ever watch Caroline or Coraline?
No.
No.
Is it like a dumb waiter? Like where they send the food up and down from the kitchen?
Watch Coraline.
Who's that?
It's a movie.
Oh, all right. I'll check out Coraline sometime. That sounds scary.
See, chat gets it. Someone's already like, oh God, yeah, watch Coraline.
All right, I will watch Coraline. Well, I'm looking forward to watching you and Cosmos this weekend for Comicpalooza. But before we even get to that, how you been, man? What's going on?
I just got out of therapy.
I mean, from your camera, it looked like it didn't work.
Help. Things have been good. I competed for the first time since DreamCon yesterday. Like, I literally haven't even touched the game. Not for practice, not for friendlies, not for anything. And I don't usually like going to weeklies before, because like there are still good players at my weeklies, so I don't like going to weeklies without even a little bit of practice. But I did it yesterday, and honestly, I had a really good time. It was really refreshing to go back to Smash after taking about half a month off, and I'm happy with how I'm feeling about the game right now. I'm not like in tip top form, but mentally, I was not like stressed playing the game. So I'm looking forward to this weekend coming up. I weirdly enough looked at some of my old VODs, because I never do that, you know? I never look at like the ones I lose and stuff like that. But I was watching like Throne and some sets that I lost recently to see like how I've been playing differently. And I think I've always known why I've been losing recently. And like the short answer is just that, like, one, I'm panicking more in very crucial scenarios. And two, I'm just not camping as much as I was like in 2024. I was a huge camper in 2024.
Shoot the gun.
Yeah. A lot of people are camping more, I feel like, and I'm camping less just because the state of the game, if that makes sense. I've always said I'm a big believer that a lot of people at the top are probably going to get lazy. They always get lazier at the end because, you know, they've been on the top for so long and they're waiting for the next big thing. While there's still there's still sharks who still want to like get to the top because they were never there, you know?
Yep.
So like while going through this period, I feel like that's probably why I camp a lot less now, but I'm going to try to get back into it. Feeling a bit refreshed. Hoping I can take a dub this weekend.
Ooh, are you gonna like get on that like that Lima train of thought with that camping?
Bro, I watched both Lima sets that he lost at CEO. That was crazy. Like him losing to Colo was like, I was very happy that happened, but I don't know. I don't think he played. Either that matchup is terrible or he did not play that well versus Shabupi.
Well, Shabupi.
It's it's the same thing as you when I saw his name. I thought the literal same thing as you.
Yeah, the same song, right? Yep.
Yeah. I thought the same thing.
Godlike Game & Watch from Kansas. Another Game & Watch to watch out for, folks. I don't know.
No,
if
yeah, he was good. Not to discredit him, but like I thought like Lima, like at the end of the day, Lima's still a top player, and it looked like he just wasn't playing. You know.
Very well.
So
said.
like, yeah, which he was playing like Shabubi was playing good, but still, like it was just weird.
It was a little bit strange, but Onin did win that event, and they will be the first seed at the upcoming tournament. Let's talk about it. Finally, talk about here. Comicpalooza coming up. Onin.
Oh my God, I'm still the second seed.
You're the second seed right there.
What is happening?
Right behind MKLeo, followed by Lima, Shiny Mark, Mutace, Peebnut, Louis Money, Shattuck, Beast Mode Paul. Yeah, I think Paul should be a little higher.
Damn, they got me criminally low.
They got Cosmos at 18th, under a nigga who don't even go to tournaments. Mars, that's crazy.
Mars is going.
Atomic, bro.
Why is Mars going?
They paid that appearance fee. You think I'm only agent to you?
What
Who is
the hell?
Yalmanac?
Did you actually get Mars in?
Well, let's not, we'll talk about business off screen.
Dang, bro. Even when I told you I found inner peace, they still were in my brackets. Doesn't the 2 seed fight the 5 seed?
That would be
no.
Shiny.
2 seed fights the 7 seed.
No, you fight 7 seed, so you get Peanut.
I apologize for my outburst.
There you go. So what do you guys think about that? I mean, I think it's gonna be. Is it A tier?
Yeah, it's A+, I believe.
Wow.
It is a major.
I get to not have to bait the YouTube chat and actually call it an A tier. It's actually an A tier this time. Sweet.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck that one in one CEO. That was a B tier. I fight those every time in New York.
That's true.
Versus
actually.
Syrup, Tweak, and Zomba. I don't want to hear it.
Well, neither Syrup or Zama going to this. I think they're going to some C tier in New York. But what are your expectations for this event? Talk to me. How do you feel? Who's gonna win?
Awesome.
You?
My expectations this event is not even focused on me. It's focused on this young man right here.
Well, Cosmo said he's feeling good because he hasn't been playing, and that's when he plays his best.
Yeah, but respectfully, my boy's always feeling good, which is not a bad thing. You shouldn't ever go into a tournament feeling bad. That'd be really stupid. But I need to see you hit a top 8 this weekend.
Yeah, to be fair though, with how bracket is, if I'm probably going to make it to you, and we're gonna have to play in top 32. So at least top 32 winning side.
There's always loser side.
That'd be fun.
There's always loser.
Yeah, have fun, bro.
Thank you. Well, my bracket is rigged. No, I'm kidding. But I would like to see a top 8 out of you this weekend.
I feel like I've been playing really well recently, so I feel like my top 8 is just coming. Like I got ninth at Momocon. I was playing very well at both Kaguribi and Hulan. I just kind of got Japanese janked, and now I'm back in the land of the true, tried and true free. Hopefully, I can just keep it up, get there.
Tried and
nothing
true
free about these prices, bro. McChicken costs $4. Anyways,
Yeah, it's just insane.
Are you about the Uber Eats McDonald's?
why would I do that?
Because you talking about prices, you're looking down like you're on your phone about the Uber Eats McDonald's.
I found this nail on my table and I've just been playing with it.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
No, bro, I don't do Uber Eats. Like I stopped doing that. I think it's like when my frontal lobe came in when I turned 25, just something changed. I was like, Uber Eats, I have a car.
True.
Yeah.
You have options.
Everything's so much cheaper and still expensive.
Yeah, it's just the state of everything right now. You got to switch too, right?
I do. I haven't even used it yet.
When are we we got to play some Mario Kart, man. Me, you, Spargo.
What a combo. Yeah, no, I definitely plan on playing it soon. I've just I've just been busy with life stuff.
Is everything good now?
I mean, no, yeah. Not like everything's been like stressful or anything like that, but like I've been traveling a lot, like disregarding Smash. Like I told you, I went to New Jersey and I was in Atlantic City. I went to do Go Fest, and then when I got home from Go Fest, I was in Massachusetts for a while. So, like I drove from New York to Massachusetts. So like that's like so that was a while. I haven't been playing Smash, but I truly have only been like relaxing for like 3 days now. Like I haven't really had time to myself or like been able to like relax like that. So like, yeah, that's why I haven't really been playing games. I mean, I've I started playing games 3 days ago again, but I don't want to play Mario Kart until I finish Expedition 33 because that game's like that was like my favorite game of all time playing it. I haven't beat it yet, so I'm gonna do that first, and then I'm going to play some Mario Kart, which actually leads me to my next point when it comes to streaming. I'll be back on that again pretty soon, considering I had a very important talk with some very important people, and
boss calls, baby. Talk to him, like tell these niggas.
Basically, Smash will not be on the back burner because I am a competitor at heart. However, I will be trying to play Smash online and stream it while also playing at tournaments and trying to get used to doing both. When I tried doing that in the past, that was around Genesis, and I mean that worked out terribly because I couldn't like. I'm really bad at like playing online and playing offline, just because playing online makes bad habits for me personally, and I also think it's just hard to play Fox online and offline. So now I'm going to just try to push through that. I'm not afraid to get bad results because I'm trying to go through this period where I try to be good at streaming and Smash, and I feel like bad results were what's always held me back from streaming. Like, plus I just never really thought of myself as a concert.
He didn't want to get dropped, chat. That's basically it.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get dropped. This is my entire life. I feel like people don't realize, like, if you get dropped from your sponsor, you're a bum, bro.
You're a bum.
No, I completely believe that. Like, people, like, it doesn't matter if you're freaking MKLeo and you've won, like, first place at every tournament for, like, years, bro. Like, think of, like, Smash is your job field, and if you get dropped by a sponsor, you're a bum. What are you gonna do? It's not like your Smash resume goes towards a different like job line, you know?
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean, that's considering you're only a Smash player and you don't do content.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, if you don't do content and you like get dropped from your team, you are like effectively a bum in that moment.
So is Tweak a bum?
100%.
No. Hold on, no. He didn't get dropped. He walked away. Hold on now.
That doesn't matter. I don't know.
What a crazy stray.
First of all, I'm not like disrespecting it. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm not a bum. Like, I'm not like making fun of people like for being, but what I'm saying is, I'm not like saying that to make fun of people. What I'm saying is, once you are in that scenario, you got to make something happen immediately. Basically, right? Because you don't know what to make happen.
You're right.
Unless you are going full time. Unless you are going full time streaming. Unless you already have streaming cemented, or you have a lot of money, so you have time to cement yourself in streaming. You're in serious fucking trouble. You know, like you don't have a lot of time. Money goes away quick when you like pay rent and stuff like that. You don't have a lot of time to like set new things up. So unless you set things up before you quit or get fired from your sponsor, you're serious trouble. I say you're a bum because that's the mentality that I carry. Like, I truly believe that if I were to get dropped tomorrow, that like, yeah, I'm a bum, you know, and I got to figure out what to do from there. I think it's a healthy mentality to have because
you would be gambling.
No, I would. Yeah. But like, it's a healthy mentality to have because I mean, through experience in the years, I'm not going to put out names, but I've seen tons of people with sponsors at certain points. I'm doing my job. You got to go. No, I don't. You got to go.
What?
Anyways, speaking of bumps, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But no, look, I've seen plenty of people in this scenarios, like where they get dropped or like they leave their sponsor. Like, this is like Smash 4 probably, or like early Ultimate.
Yeah.
And like, you know, you don't hear about them again for a reason, you know, because they're like, oh fuck, I gotta figure this out, you know, like it's not a good scenario to be in. So basically, by streaming now, I'm gonna try to worry about my future. I got the green light to essentially, obviously not get bad results, but not to worry if my results aren't on par with how they've been. because I want to try to manage both, you know?
Hell yeah.
And the end goal is basically to be like how Nairo was, where this dude is still top 8 and winning majors while
Playing
competing.
Elite Smash.
Yes, which I think that's crazy. But it's doable, and that's what I'm going for. If I can't do it within a certain time range, I'm going to stop streaming.
Ooh, what are you giving your time range? Let's hear that.
Like 3 months.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And remember, you can stream other things besides Smash, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. But I still think that's gonna be the quickest ride up. If I can't top 8 a major, I'd say like an actual major within 3 months, or like I'm like losing like weeklies at that point, then yeah, I'm gonna quit. Like I'm gonna quit like streaming. But like I'm gonna give it like a serious college go at it because I just think that's what's best for my future.
Love it. All right. You guys have been asking. He answered the question right there. He is going to be returning to streaming sooner rather than later. There you go. Love that.
Yeah.
Now there's something I want to talk about too. I don't have any like this. The tweet's been deleted, so I don't have this, and I don't have a screenshot of it. Did you guys see last week what Chag did?
About Luminosity?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been there.
I didn't see the tweet, but I did. Clive sent me a tweet that Spargo said, and it was like, "Yeah, really don't learn."
Well, it was interesting because Chag put out a tweet, and it was basically like calling out, LG, like, "Hey, we've been getting ghosted. We want to get reimbursed here," which I think is, after a certain amount of time, like,
Are you still LG?
Yeah, I am still LG.
Tread lightly, nigga.
Yeah,
you about to be a bum.
I'm about to be a bum too. I don't know. We'll see. Because nobody's fucking responding to me. So I guess, I'm a bum too. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it was, things fall through the cracks all the time. Not a big deal. They addressed it really quickly. Shouts to them for taking care of it quickly. But it kind of created this snowball effect where some gyms were like, they need to get out of the scene and we don't need them here. And I'm just like, you niggas are stupid.
Oh my God.
What is this? We don't need them. Who is we when people make statements like this?
You speaking in French, nigga?
Yeah, you do not speak for us. You never will speak for us. You are out of your fucking mind. Okay? I'm tired of niggas talking about some we. Fuck out of my face with this we shit, okay? LG's done way more good than bad, 100%. And the bad, quote unquote, is just like these niggas in finance are just idiots sometimes about getting people paid on time. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Overall, LG, huge net positive. I just wanted to defend my team. Hopefully, while I'm still on the team, hey guys, resign is coming up, right? No, if I wanted to defend that because I thought that was crazy, man. Nah, LG, you guys are good. And good job getting Chag and Shiny Mark their money.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what this we shit is, but I can tell you what I need. I needed Allen. I needed LG. I need this money. I'm tired of this integrity bullshit, bro. Just throw in the money and I'm not gonna complain, bro. I don't care about what's going on behind the scenes because I'm not a company. I'm a player, bro. Like as long as I can go to tournament, that's the best part about being a player. I don't gotta deal with the bullshit. And it doesn't matter who likes me, who doesn't like me. As long as I compete and I get the results, I get the money. So just keep throwing money at events and I don't really give a fuck what's going on behind the scenes.
Yep.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And it's like tragic because it's like we need the money. Like if you see, like I'm not to throw shade, but we got motherfuckers still on Twitter saying like, yo, I need to get to this tournament. If you can do my HelloFresh on Stream Elements so I can get to this tournament. We've had multiple people do that. And if we're at the point where if we still had Panda in Smash World Tour circuits, we wouldn't be in a pickle like that.
I fucking hate this community now that I think about it. You know what, bro? Like this shit pissing me off. You know how much I fucking hate this. Ooh, I hate this concept so much. I wish I could retire like Tweak, bro. I can't do that shit. I'm a bum. But listen, bro, I got second at Summit twice, 2 years in a row. The first time I got second at Summit, I made $25,000. The second time, the literal next year, I got second at Summit, I made $2,000.
You know why that was, right? Because
this fucking stupid ass strike or whatever that what fuck was going on. I know what it was. It was like they changed the entire system to make it like they want to vote better, but like I still stand by the original system. Like no one was forcing people to vote. If you want to volunteer, like obviously we appreciate everybody who volunteers in, you know, like that money didn't go like unappreciated. Everybody at the Smash, like at the Summit community really appreciated what they did to fund the Summit events. But like for the people who complained and stopped like those actions, like they forgot that Smash players are completely poor. And that was probably like the one time that like we've seen money like that ever, unless like random ass things happen in the community that we don't even expect to happen. So like
the birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, like the birthday bash, which like was literally an event in someone's house. Like,
I think
community funded too.
Yeah, I hate the fact that summit did like kind of like bow to like the people complaining about the whales. I'm like, bro, this is a good thing. If people want to invest money in the Smash, like, how's that a bad thing? Like, oh, but it's not fair. Life isn't fair. When are you gonna understand this concept? It ain't fair.
I don't know the community for listening more so.
Is it fair that my toilet keeps running? Huh? I didn't do nothing. I didn't clog it. But it keeps running, so the plumber had to come out. Is it fair that this jackass didn't put on those little booties over his boots and he dragged mud on my carpet? No. Because
shut up, freeloader.
Exactly. You know, it's just life ain't fair, man.
I was gonna say
that we're black.
Huh? Was he black?
I think it's the best thing. I actually think it's the best thing that we're black.
No, my handyman was. I thought you asked the handyman was black. I was like, no, he's Spanish. I was like, Trump, I need you to hold off on my boy. I'm kidding. Listen, great guy, big fan.
Wait
kings.
Wait till he's done. You're not getting paid.
He's in California too.
That's my guy, man. I'm standing for my boy. Real talk,
bro. I was gonna say. I mean, I get mad at like the people who complain about that stuff, but I also get mad at like community heads of Smash too, because Smash is like the number one community who just be listening. I'm like, why are you listening to all this shit? Like, just do what we've been doing, bro. We're fine. Like,
I don't know who's like, even right now, I don't know like who would be like an established community figure or head as like making decisions and stuff. I mean, outside of TOs who make decisions about their own events, which makes total sense, of course. But like, just if some random guy is just tweeting some, not even a random guy, let's say they are a TO and they're just tweeting something trying to like, impose their will.
I feel like we don't got no one anymore besides
this
like
nigga?
The only person people like consider that in that regard is like Hungry Box, which I mean is a double-edged sword because just like the Luminosity Invitational where there was about to be like a voting system and then he was like, I have a better idea. Online tournament on Hungry Box's channel.
Yeah, that to this day was stupid as shit to me. Like, cool that, there's a concept there, but I was like, online qualifier for, I think, wasn't it an LG event?
Yep,
for an in-person tournament.
Invitational.
It was just very confusing.
Guess who won? The Wi-Fi Warrior TM7 Tap. Guess who didn't take a game? The Wi-Fi Warrior TM7 Tap. And I love him. I play him on Wi-Fi. He's a pretty solid player. He just needs to go to more offline tournaments.
Wait,
that's pretty obvious.
I thought Zap beat Mars.
No, Zap didn't beat Mars.
Oh, okay. I thought Zap did okay at something. Maybe I'm tripping. I might be mixing tournaments up. It's been a while. I don't even know what happened to Zap.
To my knowledge, at least. From my recollection, he didn't take a game. Or he might have taken one singular game.
I think it was like, I think he got a game. I think he didn't take a set. Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Go on.
Go ahead.
I was gonna move the point, but you go on.
You can move it on. I just wanted to rant about that. I'm just tired of we don't have that many community figureheads. The only one that we could really have is Hungry Box. And he's not even playing Ultimate. He's playing Melee. So
Respect.
That's where we are now.
Yeah, I think we're kind of like in the One Piece like free era of like the community heads. Everyone just owns their own tournament. There's not like a lot of collaboration that I think there used to be. The old community heads were like VGBC, BTS, and Panda, but unfortunately they were all there when Majin Buu self-destructed. So, yeah.
He left even before that.
Ain't no Dragon Ball saving those niggas.
True. That's sad but true.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk anymore. I ain't got nothing left.
How many episodes have we? How many episodes have we had where, like, by the end of the episode, we bring this shit up and we're like, yeah, we don't even want to continue.
Yeah, we're just depressed at the end of it. Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Are you watching the NBA Finals?
Not much to watch there, man.
For real.
Wait,
right?
That's just
didn't Game
boring.
5 happen yesterday?
Yeah, OKC's up 3-2.
That sucks. Pacers choked Game 4.
Yeah, post Pacers. Yeah. I mean, hey, you know, they got there. That's all that matters. But definitely going to be an
like
OKC
the
win.
worst possible thing to happen to get there.
Bro.
It is what it is. It's like getting the grand finals and getting 6-0. At least you were there.
I mean,
AK, good job. At least you were there.
I can't feel bad for them, bro. I really can't. Just being a smasher, I can never feel bad for them. Look at their contracts.
Yeah, that's true. Good grief.
Yeah. Bro, I would love to be a loser if that was the type of loser I was, bro. Be like, so unfortunate. Anyways, I just made like $5 million.
That's what
MVD
said. MVD said he rather get second at every single tournament ever, no matter what, rather than sometimes get ninth and sometimes get first.
I like that. It's consistency.
I disagree, but that's mainly just because we're playing Smash. If I was like making millions, then yeah, I would love second. They'd be like, they'd remember me.
I mean, if I'm getting second at every single tournament, I would just go to a tournament every single week, and at least I would get like. If you go to a tournament every single weekend and you're guaranteed second, you'd probably get around 5 to 10K a month.
All I'm saying is, if I'm getting second at every single tournament, I ain't pulling up to those weeklies, nigga.
Facts on facts. But well, appreciate you guys pulling up to this episode. You know, episode 102, I think. No, 2. 102. So, you know, we're grinding them out for sure. When it comes, we'll have another one next week to recap Comicpalooza and anything else interesting that might have taken place. And hopefully Light starts streaming soon and he'll play Mario Kart with us.
Yeah. I just want a little bit more time to myself, and then I'm gonna start streaming. I had a problem with my actually we can talk about it after, you know.
We will talk about that after. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next week. Check out our awesome sponsors for this episode in Cash App and BetterHelp. Check out Advanced GG as well if you're looking for a great energy supplement that has no crash, just efficiency. And we'll see you next week. Love you guys. Peace.